Why, by the way, is there a headline today that you and me are speaking where they're going after the abortion pill again?
Hmm.
It's just happening again. And I keep looking at everybody saying, I've been talking about this for 35, 40 years. You paid no attention to us when we were in the ascent. Where have you all been with your investigative journalism? We were doing this in open sight, and now you're talking about the next iteration, and it's all out in the open. And I guess I'm going to ask you, and then we'll go back to your book. Why don't our East and West Coast elites who all went to the same universities get it? Why don't they take this seriously? Why don't they understand that you're not making this shit up? I don't understand why the panic button wasn't pushed long ago in terms of the direct conflict with democracy and the rule of law that is now in the final stages of the program. This isn't like it's just starting. It's all already happened and it's just going to continue to go. And that's without a second Trump term. That's just
Yeah.
what we're left with, even if Biden gets reelected.
Yeah. Well, so in 2019, when my first book came out, The Founding Myth Why Christian Nationalism is
Yeah.
Un-American, I went to the Religion News Writers Association conference, which was in Las Vegas at the time.
Hmm.
And so this is where all the religion reporters in the country gather to be with each other, to advance their professionalism, to network, all that good stuff. And I was on a panel called Christian Nationalism in the Age of Trump with
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Stewart, who wrote The Power Worshippers, and Jack Jenkins, who was one of the first journalists to start writing about Christian nationalism when Donald Trump was running for office. And I began that talk, and I want to say there were like somewhere around 200 religion reporters in that room, give or take 50. And I began that talk by saying that I think Christian nationalism is the biggest threat to American democracy, that it is an existential threat to a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And nobody tried to follow up or ask more about that. I mean, it was shocking. I mean, these are the people who should know better than anybody else what is happening, and why it's a dangerous threat, why it is fundamentally opposed to democracy. And it was kind of crickets.